All right, everyone, we need to talk about a major problem that Chelsea are having right now this preseason, and that is the fact that we cannot stop scoring. It is remarkable to see a team, Chelsea, finally banging goals game in and game out. 4 against Brighton. Yes, you could say they were down a player in the 60th minute, a very stupid foul, especially in a friendly, but still, take nothing away from what Chelsea have been doing from the players and from Pochettino. We are seeing a whole different squad than we saw last season. Now that is coming down to getting rid of a lot of players that were dead wood. We've talked about this before, but bringing some of these younger players that are trying to prove a point at Chelsea right now. But we need to talk about a few specific players in general. First off, let's talk about Jackson. This man is, like I said, if you have not watched my video, I talked about the traits, the strengths, the weaknesses, why this player is going to be phenomenal for Chelsea. And one of the big takeaways is him being an anchor for receiving the ball. We have been missing a player like this for way too long. Like I've mentioned before, Olivier Giroud did this, but really Drogba was the key player that always did this for us, was able to hold the ball up and then play balls to other players around him. And with players like Modric running on the side, or even Noni or any of our other wingers at some given points in the game, it is so hard for teams to defend against that, because when you play 1-2 quick passes with, say, Jackson back to midfielder, back to another winger, there are so many channels that create so many chances in the box, and we saw this time and time again in the Brighton match. We even saw it in the first one against Wrexham. But like I said, this is going to be a fun season this year. And not only Jackson, but Nkunku as well. Both games he's played so far has scored back-to-back goals, and again, both have been remarkable goals as well. I know it's going to not be that easy when it comes to Premier League season. These are some friendlies, but still, the fact that these players are scoring goals right now is building massive confidence for, again, these new signings coming in, but also some of our other players, like Modric, who finally scored with a brilliant strike, who, yes, did link up with Jackson, but the fact that he finally found the back net as a Chelsea player, this player, I think, is going to have a phenomenal season this year. We've already seen what Pochettino has been capable of doing with him, getting him in the right headspace, which has been very difficult with the first 6 months we had with him last season. There was so much chaos going on. The fact that we now have a manager that's going to be able to stabilize that player, along with a lot of our other younger players, this season, I'm telling you, is going to be phenomenal. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to finish in the top 4. That's going to be very difficult. I understand, as Chelsea fans, you want to finish in the top 4. We still could, but again, finishing in the top 6 this season will be a great season for us, and maybe even winning some type of medal. I don't care what it is, whether it's the Premier League. Obviously, I want that the most. League Cup or FA Cup. I think Chelsea have a huge possibility of lifting something this season if everyone stays fully fit. Now, granted, there are always going to be injuries. I think Ben Chilwell could be one of the main factors we have to worry about. Yes, we have Cucurella on that left side, but Ben Chilwell, what we've been seeing so far with Pochettino's style and his tactics, we've been seeing him move up more into that midfield, which allows Ian Maatsen to also play up a little bit higher. And we will talk about him. I think I'm going to have a breakdown video on Ian Maatsen, why he should be staying at Chelsea. If you do want to see that, comment down below what you guys think about him, because I think he's been phenomenal so far this preseason. But like I said, Chelsea have a major problem, and that is we cannot stop scoring. Yes, we have let up a few goals in our defense this last game, but still friendly. Brighton are a great side as well, but the fact that we've scored so many goals so far, I just cannot wait for this season to start. We are going to, again, be a team that people are not going to realize they're not going to be ready for. And when we hit teams on those counterattacks, or again, just break them down with all our small passes, those 1-2 quick touches, it's going to be very difficult for teams to defend that. And again, we can defend very well. And therefore, we only need a few goals to win matches. And therefore, again, Pochettino ready getting the ship going the right direction. And this is going to be a fun season this upcoming year. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and think that they do have a good problem, comment down below. I want to know what you guys think. But also like and subscribe to this video if you have not. We talk about Chelsea all the time. Yes, I do talk about a few other players every now and then, but we do love talking about Chelsea. So that is it, and I will see you in our next video.